Okay. Hi. I'm trying out a new setup. I wish that I was videoing with something other than my phone so I could take a picture of my setup right now because it's very creative, if I do say so myself. So I'm gonna do a little get ready with me. I'm gonna use the Violet Ink palette today from Menagerie Cosmetics. I've been wanting to do a little get ready with me for a while, so I figured I'll do it right now. And also, I hope you don't mind, but I'm also going to be drinking because I need a drink. Menagerie eyeshadows are very lightly pressed, and so there's a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna do my eyeshadow first today. And I have already primed my P. Louise primer. So I'm gonna start with Inkjet. I'm gonna put that over the outside of my lid, and then I'm going to blend it out. I'm gonna use Iron Grip, okay? Yeah, I also have not cleaned my brushes in weeks, but I have all the dirty ones set aside. So now I have like 10 brushes to choose from. So, not ideal. Yep, it's gonna go to Inkjet, dust it off, and just start putting that in the outer corner. And I'm doing this one first so that hopefully I can keep a lot of that dark color in there. Whoops. Yeah, that happens a lot in my life where my hand just goes crazy and I put the eyeshadow in the wrong place. So I guess the first thing that I wanted to talk about on this Get Ready With Me is the elephant in the room, or should I say the pizza pie in the room, and that is my face. As you can see, my skin is not good. And the reason for that is that I actually suffer from dermatillomania, which is basically just a fancy word for skin picking disorder. It's a really interesting disorder. I mean, I despise it, but when you just thinking about it on its own, it's very interesting because there's not a lot known about it yet. And it also can have characteristics that are typical of obsessive compulsive disorders. It can be a method of self-harm some people use. It's one of the repetitive behaviors that's, I don't know, I'm doing a really bad job explaining this. Anyway, it absolutely sucks, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at old pictures of me and sorry, that's my puppy. She hates when I have her tied to my chair right now. I'll show you later. And she's not very happy about it, but she has no choice. She's not trained yet. So anyway, I was looking at older pictures and my skin was so nice. I mean, I've always struggled with this. I know that I have because I remember even as being pretty young, and I remember just loving when I got a pimple so I could pop it. I've always found a lot of satisfaction and also relaxing myself just by doing it. And so I've always known that I liked it more than most people. None of my siblings were like that with me, and my mom, I remember, always thought it was pretty strange. Gosh, I'm making a mess already. It's all right, I'll clean it up later. I'm gonna take a new brush. Yeah, very limited choices here, but I'm gonna go in with Iron Grip now. Like I said, I've known that I have a weird thing with picking my skin, but it's always been pretty manageable. And then around spring 2019, I had a complete nervous breakdown, hallucinating things. I basically couldn't take care of myself. I probably should have been admitted into a psychiatric ward, but I wasn't. One aspect of that breakdown, I just went crazy on my skin. I felt like there were all these deep, dark, old secrets coming out of me, and that was being physically expressed by these pimples and me squeezing whatever was in them out of me. I also had a mole on my leg that I literally surgically removed, aka I used witch hazel to clean as I used tweezers and other shit to pick this mole off my leg. Yeah, so that happened. It's been an issue ever since. I would fluctuate, do well for a little while of leaving it alone, and then I would, I guess, relapse. Fast forward to last year, old coronavirus time, I actually started dating somebody. I was very, very happy. In fact, I actually fell in love with him. I was doing pretty well with my skin. I was still really self-conscious about it, and I'd always wear makeup when I went over there. But it was getting better. It was getting to a point where I was okay sometimes. Like if I spent the night and we woke up and he saw me without makeup in the morning, I was okay with it. Very suddenly, very out of the blue, he ended things with me. But before he ended things with me, he gave me a cold shoulder for 2 weeks where I basically cried every day. I had no appetite, could barely do anything. And then he broke up with me. Oh, I'm going in with jellyfish right now. I kind of regret this decision, not gonna lie. It's not going with the vibe I had. I'm gonna go back in with iron grip. Yeah, I'm just gonna cover that up like it never happened. So yeah, after that, obviously I was entering into another really hard time of my life, and again, my skin suffered as a result of it. It became really bad again, basically as bad or worse than it was spring 2019. That happened, like things were officially over, I guess it was August 2020. And then it was getting better, but then I went home for Christmas, and for whatever reason, my skin broke out really bad while I was home. I had never seen my skin it was crazy. And so starting back at square one again, fast forward to this year. And so, okay, I got back from visiting home. My skin's a mess again. I decided to go look into getting some filler in my lips and my face. And then while I was there, I think she's an FNP, she talked to me about getting a chemical peel done after my filler was all healed. And so I did both of those. I got some filler in my face because I had lost a lot of weight, and so I was really saggy from all the loose skin. And that helped lift it up, and I got some in my lip. And if you notice here, my lip's really uneven because she actually couldn't put filler on this side because I had so many active pimples. And actually it was a problem everywhere, but she was able to work around it except for right here. So I have to eventually go back to her and get it evened out. But she told me as it was happening, she was like, listen, it's not me. I just can't do this with your acne. And she's right, I'm glad she didn't do it. Okay. Fast forward, get filler, healed, I go in for my chemical peel. The peel was amazing. I wish I would have done one of these so much sooner. Oh my gosh, it was incredible how well it worked. So I was really happy, but at the same time, I don't know if any of you have ever gotten a peel done before. It makes your skin peel off, which is very tempting to pick at. Oh, right now I'm cutting my crease because I'm gonna go in with 3 hearts and mimic. And she told me I'm not supposed to, but obviously I couldn't help myself. And so what you're looking at now is basically the aftermath of the chemical peel, but worse. It was looking pretty good a couple weeks ago, and I actually took a little video outside where I was thanking her because it was the best my skin has looked in months and months, possibly years. But then I started picking at my skin again, and now here we are. It's shitty. I would not recommend to anybody. I feel repulsive, honestly, when I look at my skin, and it's really embarrassing. And I do jujitsu, and so having to go to the gym without makeup, not to mention my ex is there, it's really, really hard for me. And it sucks too because I do this to myself. Sorry, I'm gonna start getting a little upset. I don't want to do that. And it sucks too because I am really trying to get better. I watch these webinars online, They're specifically for people with these. She doesn't care about my story. Okay, so 3 hearts. Oh my goodness, drama queen. What's going on here? So yeah, this webinar is for people that have the same issue that I have. And so one, it's really nice just to go and be able to listen to someone talk like specifically about what it is that I'm struggling with, because it is a very isolating thing. Like most of my friends, they're just like, well, why don't you just stop picking? Like, you're making it so much worse. If only it was that easy. So this webinar gives like lots of strategies, and also like kind of more so focuses on figuring out why you're picking, like trying to find out what triggers you. Is it because you're a perfectionist, which I am? Is it because, I mean, it is also a coping mechanism. And the big takeaway most of the time is that the most effective way of getting better and reducing the amount of skin picking is to actually just have compassion for yourself and not say things to yourself like, I'm disgusting, I'm repulsive, I'm a pizza face. So obviously I'm still working on that part. One thing they said a couple weeks ago that stuck with me was doing what I've been doing, picking my skin, is what has gotten me this far in life. Obviously it's an issue. It's obviously something I do to like escape my reality, but it's gotten me this far, and so I have to be thankful for it, for that, while at the same time just telling myself that that's what I did in the past and I want to do something different going forward. I have to say, at least it helps to not be like talking down to myself so much, because let's be honest, I really don't need to be doing that. It's not going to help anything in my life. I've also tried taping my lights shut. Didn't work. I just found different places to go. I don't know if you can see the notebook back there. That I was doing pretty consistently for a little while, and that was actually helping. I was basically like every night I was kind of journaling in a way. Like I would take that notebook and I would use colored pencils and basically draw my face and draw every single blemish, and like different colors for the more severe ones and whatnot. And then I would answer a few questions like, how long did I spend picking today? And a lot of times I don't even know because I completely zone out. If I was able to keep track, I would write down how long, or I would at least estimate how long I spent picking that day. I would say like what percentage of my face is covered in pimples. I would rate on a scale of 1 to 10 the physical pain of my face, because obviously it hurts really bad when your entire face is raw and bleeding. And I would also rate like my emotional distress about it. Was it a day where I skipped jujitsu because I was so ashamed? Or was it a day that I was like, you know what, today's not that bad? I stopped doing it because I got that chemical peel, and I was like, okay, well, it doesn't really make sense to do it right now because this is not like induced by me. This is induced by chemicals. And so I stopped, and I haven't gotten back into it yet, but I think I really should try to. It made me stop and actually like think about what I was doing, compare it to days before, and you know, I could see literally the progress. Or even if I just reduced my time picking by like an hour or so. There are days where I spend more than 3 hours picking my skin. And nobody got time for that. I love makeup so much because I feel really beautiful when I wear my makeup, even though underneath I feel very ugly. I do try not to be too serious about it because for me, that just makes it worse. I try to use humor about it, so I'll like joke that I'm a catfish and, you know, call myself pizza face and whatnot. But yeah, it's a struggle. Okay, so this is looking good. Like I said, I'm gonna need to clean it up, but I really like it. These shadows are super pretty. I don't know how well you can see everything, but I'm gonna go in now with Mimic in the inner portion of my eye. This shade I love, it's so cool. Also, sorry if I'm talking really quietly. I have roommates and they're sleeping, and we're not. So, I mean, they don't know any of this. which is funny because I'm about to put it online where anyone could see it. That's besides the point. Oh, I really like this palette. Usually not a fan of small palettes. Like 6 pans is pretty much the smallest palette I'll get. Just because I feel like really limited when there's not that many colors. But this one, like the colors are unique enough that I feel like it's really fun even with just these 6. Oh my goodness, these are such pretty shimmers. I feel like Ursula from Little Mermaid, but if she had been the princess instead of Ariel. Anyway, that's the main thing I wanted to talk about just because I'm struggling. It's really shitty and I'm trying lots of things, and so I thought maybe talking about it, it's something I haven't tried yet, so maybe this will help. So now I'm gonna take a clean fluffy brush and I'm just gonna like soften all the edges around here. This is my favorite part because I feel like it just makes everything like so nice and seamless. Wow, I love these. Okay, so real quick, just to cover my bases. I went in my waterline with Crybaby ColourPop cream gel liner. I used their BFF liquid liner, just the black one. Then I used Urban Decay Lash Freak mascara. I've actually really been liking this. Then for my brows, I used the ColourPop Bangin' Brunette little pot guy thing. I used some of the ColourPop brow gel. This one's dark brown. Yes, I know that neither my eyeliner nor my eyebrows match. It is what it is. I already primed my face. I used the ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer, and I'm also going to be using the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation in 20F3, I guess. Oh no, sorry, light 55N. I can't tell, I've been really liking ColourPop lately. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I seem to have a better brush, but whatever. So yeah, I like this foundation. I feel like it's not too heavy, but it still, like, you know, covers up a lot for me. I was thinking earlier that I'm gonna set a new goal for 2021, and that goal is going to be, I want to get to a point this year where I feel confident and happy enough in myself that I can take a smiling selfie, no makeup, and feel good about it. So I'm gonna turn the mirror this way. That makes more sense. So that way I'm talking to you more easily. So I'm gonna have to take a break for a second because my puppy is whining. I think she actually has to go use the bathroom. Oh, getting this foundation. This is definitely not the ideal brush. It's like really big. It's too big for the job I want it to do. All right, what am I doing? Oh yeah, my concealer. No surprise, Pretty Fresh ColourPop. I have light, oh, can't barely read these. I have light 40N and fair 20N, and I like them both. For today, I'll do the lighter one. This one looks good enough. Sorry, Vulpix. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Yeah, her name's Vulpix, like the Pokemon. Wow, this does not look good because I'm rushing. All right, well, okay, Missy, you're such a good baby. Okay, it's my baby girl. Mwah. Oh my gosh, I just got makeup on you. I'm sorry. Her name is Vulpix. She's a Dalmatian puppy. She's now 12 weeks old. I got her actually a month ago. A month ago today. Can you believe that? She's like, Bish, take me outside. I need to pee. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, and I can't act like I only have one dog when I have 3. There's Benji boy. And there's Miss Moon. All right, sorry the angle keeps slightly changing. I just, like I said, I wish I could video something other than my phone so I could take a picture of my setup right now because it's something else. Okay, concealer's on. Let me make that look a little better than it does right now because it looks pretty bad right now. Oh yeah, sorry, now my dogs are playing too, so can you two be quiet? I'm gonna use Menagerie Cosmetics setting powder in creme. I just like cover my whole existence in this shit. I'm gonna use the Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette. I got the warm and medium shade. Oh, sorry. I didn't see that. I really like this too. A little bronzer, and then this is for like shading your nose, and then this is a brightening powder. I don't really use this middle one, but the other two I do, and I really like them. All right, we're in there. Okay, so now I think to go with this fun eye look, I'm gonna use from ColourPop the Night Bloom blush. This is from their Garden Variety collection, I think. It's this cute little like lavender-y type of blush. Use the same brush that I did my bronzer with. Nice like soft fluffy brush. Give it a nice swirl, and I really like this blush, but I think a lot of the time, I think it kind of clashes with like my skin tone a little. But then I was like, I don't care, because I like it anyway. I just think it's really cute. Cool. All right, we're really making progress now. Now for highlight. I just got the Pressed in Aspen highlighting palette from BH. Ooh, maybe I'll use this one. Bunny Slope. Oh, that's probably too dark. Should I just try it? What the heck, I'll just try it. Confession time, I actually don't really know how to use one of these fan brushes. I've been told it's for your highlighter, so that's what I try to use it for, but I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna... Okay, let's see here. And I'm just gonna like do a little fanning action. Ooh. It's pretty, and it actually kind of works as like a blush topper because I used that purpley blush. I like it. I'm gonna go over on top of it with this lighter one, Frosted AF. All right, let's see. And so hopefully it gives the effect of being a blush topper and then a highlighter. Ooh, I like that. Wow. Ooh, I'm gonna do that all over. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love how this looks. Wow. Sweet. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a smaller brush. All right, I'm gonna do this just to highlight a little more precisely. Same thing, Bunny Slope first. I literally want to just cover my existence in this. Where else can I put it? I feel pretty. Oh my gosh, I love this. Cheers. ColourPop lip primer, Nobble Viper lip plumper. Look how cool this packaging is. Okay. So here it is, all finished. Like I said, I'm a catfish and I'm cool with it. I used Violet Voss. I do not care lashes. Yeah, so sorry this wasn't like the most like happy and upbeat get ready with me, but I promise those will come in the future. Thanks for listening. I'm really bad at outros, so